Okay, now let's deal with another YouTuber who wanted to chime in on Jenny too. The Rainbow Bright. Nice bright red hair. Nice. I made a comment to you, Rainbow, that was meant to be a warning. Don't fall into the same trap that Jenny's opened her mouth and stuck her own foot into. Jenny, if I chose to come after her right now, is guilty of slander and defamation. You wanted to know about the article that she claims to have? Demand that she show it to you. Then you contact whoever supposedly that printed it and ask them about it. Find out where this supposedly took place. Because let me tell you, it didn't. She's made the claim that this happened in West Virginia. When I lived in West Virginia, I worked for the coal industry. I did not drive school buses. I've only driven school bus here in Connecticut. And I was not fired. When I left the employment of the company I was driving for, I quit because of hostile work environment created by one of the supervisors. And it was not that long after that the doctors gave me the long face and told me I was no longer medically qualified to carry a CDL because of my gimp leg. Funny thing is, now I got a gimp problem with the other leg. So, yeah. That's why I'm trying to get Social Security. So, Rainbow, don't fall into the trap that Jenny's trying to pawn off on people. Remember, this is a woman who abandoned her disabled husband and 3 minor children back in the 90s. The oldest wasn't over 10 years of age at the time. Yeah. Nice, huh? Is this the kind of person you want to pal around with and defend? Think about it that way. Does this person deserve your loyalty? I don't think so. But you judge for yourself. I mean, I don't know anything about you. You could be the same kind of person. You may have done the same thing. I don't know. Don't have a clue who you are. What I do know is you have 0 videos and like 3 or 4 subs. So, don't think your opinion means anything. Now, I'm not a huge channel. I'm just shy of 400, is it 400 subs? And 600 videos. I've been doing this for 3 years. People know where I'm coming from. They know that I call it straight down the middle. You decide for yourself. Well, good morning, my people of the tubes. I've had another comment from the court of Jenny Malago. Somebody who is going by the handle of the Rainbow Bright has made a comment on Jenny 2, making the statement that Jenny is claiming that she has a newspaper clipping claiming that I was fired for monkeying around with little girls. Well, Rainbow Bright, I can't make out from the little image on my phone who you are. If this Jenny Malago has a clipping from a newspaper, I would suggest that you go and get a close look at it for yourself firsthand. I would then advise you to contact the so-called reporting agency, i.e., the paper that she claims that this is a clipping from, to find out if they actually made such a report. And then I will advise you that Mark Crenell is not the name that appears on the birth certificate in my pocket. And a true newspaper will report the full name of someone who's been accused of a crime. I will tell you Mark is the middle name that appears on my birth certificate. It is the name I've gone by since I was in 3rd grade. As far as for a first name goes, I've gone by my middle name. I'm not going to tell you what the birth certificate claims my first name was. So, I would also suggest that you consider this possibility. Jenny Malago has never liked me. If she has any kind of a quote-unquote newspaper clipping, there are companies out there that will print a newspaper page for you to make it look like the real McCoy and have it say whatever you want for a fee. And as I said in Jenny, the first video, her claim was that this happened when I was living in West Virginia. I lived in West Virginia through the late 90s, well, from the late 90s through the early 2000s. And during that time frame, I never worked as a school bus driver. I worked in the coal industry. Now, this was her claim, that I was accused of this crime in West Virginia. She can't get around it. She's already made that claim. So if I didn't work as a school bus driver during the time I lived in West Virginia, then that puts the lie to everything she has said. Think about it. Think about it. Okay? I'm not playing games with this woman. If I hear one more comment coming from her area, I'm going to get a lawyer and I'm going to sue her for defamation and slander. So Rainbow Bright, if you are who I think you are, pass that along to Jenny. She's about one open mouth from being sued into the Stone Age. Okay, Rainbow Bright, let me also suggest that you might want to share this video with Jenny's current husband. West Virginia is a community property state. That means anything that Jenny gets sued for, her husband will be held financially liable for. And I don't think I'm going to have any problems proving that she's guilty of slander and defamation if I choose to go that route. And that means he's going to be held financially responsible for any trouble she gets herself into. I don't think he's going to appreciate that much. You might want to share this video with him so that he knows what kind of trouble she's getting him into. Just a notion I thought you might want to share with her, since I'm not positive, but I think you're probably one of her daughters. Can't tell from the picture, but that's the impression I get. I could be mistaken about that. Don't know for sure. As I said, I can't tell from the picture, but that's the impression I get. Make sure she knows it. And make sure he knows about what she's saying on YouTube. Because it's going to cost him as bad or worse than it's going to cost her.
By the way, don't forget to